Mexico does not have a criminal problem. It has a parallel government. And the new president, Claudia Sheinbaum, did not walk into power alone. She walks in at the pleasure of blocs that don't file campaign reports, don't need donors, and don't care about public opinion. They control roads, ports, police forces, judges, and entire towns. People keep celebrating her intelligence, her data-driven style, her UN credentials, her academic background, and completely forget she inherited the darkest version of AMLO's legacy, a country where the cartels function as political parties, and elections are negotiations between armed blocs. Now here's the part nobody wants to admit. The hit in Puerto Vallarta wasn't some crusade for justice. It was a message. It was a favor. It was the first down payment on whatever political debt her supporters expect to collect. The cartel that likely favors Sheinbaum, the Sinaloa cartel. 1. Sinaloa cartel, especially the old guard factions. Why they favor her? AMLO's administration gave them the softest touch in decades. Sheinbaum represents continuity, not disruption. Her technocratic persona is the perfect cover for quiet deals. Sinaloa thrives on predictability, and Sheinbaum is predictable. What they get out of her: stability in the Northwest Corridor, minimal disruption to fentanyl routes, selective crackdowns on CJNG splinters rather than them. Sinaloa's strategy is simple. Keep the peace with the presidency and let rivals burn. 2. CJNG splinters who hate the core Jalisco leadership. Her hit on the Puerto Vallarta cartel, that wasn't targeting the Jalisco Nueva Generación, the big beast. It was hitting a rival faction that threatens the internal balance. Why they favor her? She weakens their enemies without touching them. She continues AMLO's don't poke the big cartels doctrine. Regional political cartels. Yes, they're a thing. In states like Michoacán, Guerrero, Tamaulipas, Sonora, you have micro-cartels who behave like local political machines. These groups prefer a president who won't send the military to wipe them out, will tolerate them as long as they maintain peace, keeps the money flowing through ports, customs, and municipal budgets. Sheinbaum's administration signals technocracy over confrontation. That's music to their ears. The U.S. intelligence blind spot. The part you feel but can't prove. The U.S. absolutely knows what is happening. Let's not kid ourselves. They have satellites, signals intelligence, DA infiltrations, and a decades-long map of every cartel leader, cousin, accountant, mistress, and private pilot. So why pretend they don't see Sheinbaum's cartel alliances? Because it is strategically convenient to look away. Reason 1, migration control. Washington would rather deal with a cartel-managed southern border than a destabilized Mexico. Cartels already regulate migrant flows, smuggling frequencies, which routes are open or closed. Sheinbaum keeps the illusion of governance intact. A destabilized Mexico, a tsunami of migrants at the U.S. border, so the U.S. stays quiet. Reason 2, fentanyl negotiation. The U.S. doesn't want a war with Sinaloa or CJNG. A war shuts down trafficking but explodes violence. The U.S. wants de-escalation, quiet cooperation, negotiated reductions in precursor imports, a manageable fentanyl pipeline, not a chaotic one. Sheinbaum's continuity maintains that delicate balance. Reason 3, economic dependence. Mexico is America's #1 trading partner, a manufacturing hub, a supply chain shield against China. If Mexico implodes, U.S. factories, pharmaceuticals, auto supply chains, and agriculture take a direct hit. Cartel power is the price the U.S. tolerates to keep Mexico stable enough. Reason 4. Sheinbaum isn't a wild card. She's a known variable. U.S. intelligence hates uncertainty. Sheinbaum is predictable, analytical, loyal to AMLO's doctrine, order-focused rather than war-focused, unlikely to start an anti-cartel crusade that destabilizes the region. From a national security standpoint, she's the safest option in a country held hostage. Reason 5. The U.S. prefers a managed narco-state over a failed state. This is the darkest truth, and it's the blind spot nobody dares articulate. Washington quietly prefers Mexico, governed by cartels that maintain order rather than Mexico collapsing into civil war. A managed narco-state is ugly but predictable. A failed narco-state is uncontrollable. Sheinbaum represents the continuity of control, not justice. Not reform, not a crackdown, but stability. And that's why intelligence agencies won't scream. They already accepted the compromise. The blind spot isn't that Sheinbaum is corrupt. The blind spot is that everyone, Mexico, the U.S., the cartels, has silently agreed to a system where cartels function as political stakeholders. Her presidency didn't create this reality. It simply confirmed it.